Hello, welcome to the Mini Importation Business Manifesto updates. This is a quick video to answer some of the questions arising from the whole of the course, and specifically throw more light on how to order from those Chinese sites I talked about in video 3. Alright, I've received tons and tons of questions from customers and from people telling me that I wasn't really clear on how to order from Taobao, 1688 and Alibaba.cn and some others like Tmall.com. Alright, because these sites have their languages in China, because they only serve the Chinese community. How then can somebody outside China order from this site and receive them successfully in Nigeria? Those are plus more, and lots of the questions I've received are the things I'll be talking about in the Mini Importation Business Manifesto. I called for questions, I received tons and tons of them, and I'll be answering all of them in this video. That is why you need to watch this video, or you need to pardon me if it's a little bit longer than it should be. Okay, and then I also want to appeal that the lady's number I gave, as my person in Kemu, she told me that she's been receiving tons and tons of calls from people, and the calls are really getting her worried. All right, that what happens on Kemu is that when you register, registration is free and you don't necessarily need to call anybody to register, so you just need to go ahead, register. After register, you made a few sales, let's say 5, 6, 7 sales, then Kemu will officially assign you a store manager, and the store manager will call you and always be in touch with you. So she says she's just my store manager and some others, and she can't really help anybody with registering new account. So I appeal that you stop calling her. Don't even call her, just go to kemu.com.ng, register, and you are good to go. Strive to make your first 5 sales, and Kemu will call you to give you and assign you a store manager that will be taking care of your worries and all. So please let us desist from calling her for now. The lady I gave her number in charge of Kemu, please don't call her, so that we'll enjoy this Kemu and enjoy Mibm. Welcome to the Mibm video update video again. All right, so how do we now order from these Chinese sites? How do we order from Taobao? How do we order from Alibaba.cn, 1688 and all? Right, Taobao is a Chinese site owned by Alibaba.com. 1688 and Alibaba.cn are one and the same site owned by the same Alibaba.com. So another site again that is also denominated in China, like these ones here, is Tmall.com, but I rarely buy from there because I get almost anything I want from these two. So that is why I didn't include it on the slide here. So because these sites are languaged in China, and because they serve their immediate Chinese community, how then can somebody outside China, somebody in Nigeria, buy from this site? That is exactly one of the things this video talk about. So how do we buy from Taobao.com? First, how do we navigate through the site? I want to go to the site. I'll use 1688 or Alibaba.cn as an example and show us how to navigate through the site, how to pay, and how to do everything easily. So let us go over to the site. Alright, so this is 1688.com. It's pretty the same thing with every other site, Taobao.com, Tmall.com, and most Chinese sites that serve the Chinese community. So it's pretty the same. Okay, I know you must have tried to visit this site because I mentioned it in video 3, and you must have noticed that everything on the site are all written in Chinese language. Everything on the site are all written in China. Alright, that shouldn't bother you. That shouldn't be an issue, shouldn't be a stumbling block from buying from this site, buying cheaply from this site. It's easy to navigate through this. As a matter of fact, you don't even need to talk to any of the seller. You just need to find a store that is cheap, and then you use the method I'll be talking about to pay, and your goods your goods come to you in Nigeria here or wherever you are easily, peacefully. So it's as easy as that. Now, we don't visit the 1688 like you would do for a normal site, because if you go there, everything here will be in Chinese. All right, everything here will be in Chinese. Okay, sorry, I think I need to talk about the two methods you can visit this site through. The first one, I talked about it in the other video, the one you go through Google. All right, you go through google.com, when Google opens, then you type in 1688.com in the search box, and then you hit your enter, and it will bring out some search results, which look for the one that is with this the 1688.com, the site you are trying to visit, not any other one coming from any other site. No, look for the search result with this particular the particular website as it is, and then you click on translate this website. So when you click on translate this website, all right, it translates the entire website. Google is actually doing this for us. All right, so this is one way to translate this website at any time. As you can see, the words have changed to English. All the words here have changed to English. The contents have changed to English. But then don't expect it to be 100% correct, because this is a computer generated translation. It is not a human translation. But then ours is just to find a way and get into the site, get our information, and then we order. It's as easy as that. All right, another way to do the translation is if you use Google Chrome. It works only in Google Chrome. All right, you visit the site directly, 1688.com or taobao.com, and then if it's Google Chrome, this may not work with Mozilla Firefox. I don't use it, but I am very sure of the Google Chrome. All right, when you are in this site, you right click on the site, you see something like translate to Google, translate to English, sorry. Now when we click on translate to English, you see something like this page is being translated. At the point, you see everything being translated to English. It's as simple as that. All right, you don't need to bother on how to register on this site. You necessarily do not need to register. As a matter of fact, you do not need to register. When I learned about this site new, I had to pay somebody from I met online about 5,000 naira to help me register an account. At the end of the day, I didn't even use it. Even though I could successfully log into the account, I didn't even use it. It was useless to me. The account logging into the account was useless to me, because I can access any store I want, get the link, and off I go, using the method I'll be talking about to pay for this product and receive them in Nigeria here. It's as easy as that. Now, one thing about using this translate to Google plugin here that is with that's on Google Chrome is that when you are surfing through the site, if you click on any of this link and it opens up, it will be in China again. Then you need to be translating at every time you visit new link. So it's as easy as that. So this is how to navigate through the site. It's simple, it's very easy, it's simple, and using these two methods, it is as easy as ABC. So the next thing we want to look at is how to navigate and get a product, how to navigate into this site, and get a product you want to buy. The truth is, for a product, if a product name is, let's say, lipstick, in China, they might have the name, let's say Bonyong or whatever, they write it the way they do, and when they do, and then we'll try to translate it to English, because a computer generated translation, it might not translate it as lipstick, it might translate it as mouse stick. All right, and then if you're searching for any product and you come here and you search for lipstick, you might just not see something meaningful. You might start seeing something crazy. This is where you need to get wisdom need to come in. All right, you need to play around till you get what you are looking for. And I'll give you an example with what happened to me when I was searching for the hair color. All right, let us go over to AliExpress and see how much we get the hair color for. AliExpress and Alibaba. I'll go to the two sites, we'll compare, and then we'll come back to the 1688 and Alibaba.cn, Taobao.com, and see how much we get it for. All right, this is AliExpress.com and this is Alibaba.com. Remember, I said in the other video that stuffs are cheaper on Alibaba.com than on AliExpress, and the reason is simple. Alibaba are for wholesale buyers, the people that are buying in wholesale, while AliExpress are mostly for retailers. I want to also let you know that most people you see on AliExpress, most of them, not all of them now, they just go to Alibaba or to manufacturers, they buy and they list there. These are work at home moms scattered around the world and Asia, and that's how they make their money, using a system they call drop shipping. But that's not what this video is all about. So let us look at the price. We get this particular product, the hair color product, from Alibaba, AliExpress, and all. In Nigeria, it sells for about 13,225. In Nigeria, it sells about 13,000 to 2,500 naira. But let us see how much we get it from AliExpress, Alibaba, and then we'll compare it to the amount we get it from 1688.com. Pretty sweet and simple. So let's go. Let's go over to Alibaba, AliExpress.com. Then we'll type in our hair color. So this is the hair color. Let's see what we get. All right, we type in the hair color, and for real, this wasn't the hair color I ordered for. So because it contains hair, a lot of hair colors, and also this wasn't the hair color I ordered for, or the one I'm actually searching for. You know, the one I'm searching for is the one on my website, importmanifesto.com. If you go to the site, you see a screenshot of it there. All right, so this is not the hair color I'm searching for, even though these are hair products and they might even contain some element of hair color, or they might be doing the same purpose, but this is not exactly what I'm looking for. I think what I'm looking for is something like this. All right, but then after spending hours and hours and hours searching through this, you know, as you can see, it have lots and lots of pages. I can click on this number 2 to go to page 2 to see a list of stores again selling stuff that are related to hair and hair color. You know, at the end of the day, I surfed and I found the product finally. We don't want to waste our time on that. I found the product finally, and then I started asking myself why it took me this time. Why didn't the hair color, which is the name, the product, I saw the product elsewhere, you know, the name it has elsewhere, why didn't I just get the hair color there? I started wondering, and I started looking at that particular product. I wish I can just get one, but I would end up making this video long. All right, okay, I think it's what it's. Let me just do and see if I can get one. Still very far. Okay. Still far. Hair color. Oh yeah, I'll do it, even though it will make this video long, but I just want to use it to show you how we'll need to also use wisdom here. Okay. We're on page 7. It's still going. This is all I passed through. I just pray you don't experience this as well. Oh. Yeah, let's see. We've not seen any. Oh. We don't have a choice. We'll get it today. All right. I finally found it on page 17, as you can see, page 17. All right, so this was the headache I passed through the very first time I was trying to, because I saw the name elsewhere where it was being sold as a hair color. I just came on AliExpress, I keyed in hair color, and then I had to search through, and then I was just looking for that particular thing I saw elsewhere, but I was finding something different, entirely different from what. But at the end of the day, I managed to find one. I opened it up, and then I noticed that this is it. I noticed that there's some things here. All right, as you can see, the lady wrote hair color, and all hair color. So what I now did was, I said, wow, let me just see if I can just play around this search strings a bit. I removed the H, and now I left it at hair color. It could be a typo, by all this guy. The moment I did that, I saw tons and tons of that particular product I was looking for. So this is it. This is the product, and as you can see, it's hair color here. So this is just one thing about Chinese sites. You don't need to blame them. English is not their language, and they don't really care much about English. Most of them don't even understand English. So this is it, hair color. It's going for $13. This is the same thing. Hair color, $10 and all that. So we would assume here that the product sells between $10 to $13, $15 here, for one on AliExpress. Now let's go over to Alibaba and search for how much we get the same product. Let's search for hair color. I've just searched for, I've hit my enter key, and then I'm waiting for the results. I searched for hair color, remember. All right, let's just see how much we get the product for that particular product. Here they are getting us something different again. So let us add our H, and let us hit hair color. Let's see if we'll get them on the first. We're not getting them. I think I'll just pause this video and soft down a bit and see if we'll get them. Okay, let's go to page 2. Oh, sorry. Oh, giving us fire. Okay, let's return back to a hair color as seen on TV. Okay, let me use that. Let's see, hair color as seen on TV. I'm still not getting it. If I get one, that'll be enough. I'll just go ahead with the tutorial. Okay, I think this is it. Here it sells for $1 to $3, but you must get 10 carton, and I think 10 carton contains about okay, sorry, okay, let's just use this one. This one is $1.58 to $1.6, between $1.58 to $1.6, but the minimum you can order is 500 pieces. You know, this is where the group thing comes in. All right, if you're a member of our group and we decide to get this, the IWD, importers with a difference, right? For having this video, I think you qualify to become a member. That is, if you bought it within the time the promo was still on. Else, you know, email me and ask me how you can be a member. So what we'll do in this case is, as you can see, this product was selling for, you know, $10 to $15 on AliExpress, and right here on Alibaba, you know, you can get 500 sets, that's 500 pieces of this product for $1.58 to $1.6. Meaning, if we decide to, for 500, we might just get these 500 pieces, you know, for $1.58 each. Imagine the gap. So this is why the group is also very, very important. If you've not joined, consider joining. All right, this one sells $10. Sorry, 100 pieces. Minimum order quantity, the minimum you can buy between $1 to $10. All right, I think his own is not cheap, because I think this 100 pieces is the minimum and it should be going for $100. The more you buy, the cheaper you get it, and like that. And the same thing with this. And also here we are getting it between $1 on Alibaba. We are getting it between $1 to $10 on AliExpress. We are getting it between $10 to $15. All right, now if you buy this here and if you're selling in Nigeria, it's still very, very cheap. If you buy from this guy, if you buy 100 pieces or if you buy 500 pieces, you know, for $1.5 or thereabout, it's still very, very cheap. You know, $1.5 should be around that kind 250 naira or 300 naira, and then you are selling for 1.3 in Nigeria. You're still making a hell of profit. But the truth is, there is really a better way to go about this, and that is the way this video is taking us to. Sorry if this video is getting too long. It's worth it, and you believe it at the end of the day. So what do? We head over to our 1688.com. remember, we've opened the site before, and we'll come here and we'll search for hair color. If you search for hair, I bet you will not even find it. You'll find something different. It's hair color. All right, so I'm hitting my enter button and it's trying to load. Alright, the site is here, and as you can see, we're having 6.5 yuan. Alright, let me just check what's the equivalent of 6.5 yuan to dollars. 6.5 yuan without even searching for anything. We'll find it at 6.5 yuan. We've gotten it at $1.05. That's 6.5 yuan already without even searching much, you know. Let's scroll and see if we'll get better deal. It's on 20. It's okay. This one 7 yuan. This one 7 yuan. This one 6.5 yuan. You just check and check and check. You find somebody selling it cheaper. 6.6, 6 yuan, 6.5 yuan, 6 yuan, 11 yuan, 6.3 yuan. We're just trying to see if we get somebody selling it cheaper, and then we'll go with the person. All right, 12 yuan, 6.5 yuan. 6.8 yuan, 6 yuan, 6 yuan, 8 yuan. That is page 1. Let's go over to page 2 and see if we'll find something cheaper. Okay, 11 yuan, 1 yuan. Great, this guy is selling for 1 yuan. Let's just open him up. That's 1 yuan. Let's check, let's see what 1 yuan is. As again, 6.5 yuan somebody else is selling, and all that. This is 1 yuan is equals to $0.16. All right, as against $10 to $15 they sell on AliExpress, and $1 to $10 they sell on Alibaba. So this is how it goes, and this is how to get cheap products, cheaper than you get on AliExpress and Alibaba. All right, it might not work 100% of the time, you might not get every product cheaper there, but I believe me, more than 80% of the time you get products cheaper from this Chinese website other than you get from AliExpress and all and Alibaba. So when I tell you three other websites where you can get stuff cheaper, I actually know what I'm talking for, and that's exactly what I'm showing you in this video. So that's pretty much about how to navigate through this site and get a product. All right, we've actually found the product, so let us open it up. It's trying to open up here. All right, it has opened up, and as you can see, the site has turned back to Chinese, so we can use our right click and then we can translate and see what it is in English. They said hair color, hair colors, hair color tongs, and hair dryer. They have different names for it, but what we know is that we have actually found the product you are buying and it's selling for 1 yuan. So how do we buy? Believe me, all these things here, not for you. Contacting the seller, not for you. Do you still want to come and start pricing the seller or telling him if you can get it for 0.5 cents? That's crazy. That's wickedness. I don't really advise anybody do that, because you've actually gotten something for $0.16. Okay, let us check what $0.16 sorry, yeah, 0.16 USD to Naira. Let's check the value in Naira, the equivalent in Naira. That is $31.83. 1 yuan is equivalent to $31.83. All right, so don't shout it harder, you know, keep it cool until you buy this. So what we'll do at this point is we found the seller and this is the link. So we'll grab this link, save it on a notepad, and we'll head over to who will help us come here to buy this product. The person that will help us come here to buy this product. All right, so how do we go about that? That takes us to the next section, which is on how to pay on this Chinese website. How to pay on Alibaba.cn, 1688.com, Taobao.com. all right, the first method, I'll be showing us 3 different methods. So the first method here is this. You can pay through AliExpress and Alibaba. All right, now if for any reason you find a phone number on the site on 1688taobao.com and you feel like you want to call them, but believe me, 99% of these guys, they don't understand jack. So if you believe you can call them, so you can actually text them and tell them, just text them in English with your phone. Is actually their number is, if you click on the contact details, you can get their number. I don't normally use this all the time, but if you get their number, you send them a text. My name is this, I want to buy this from you, please, do you have a store on AliExpress or Alibaba so I can pay from there? All right, if you text, you add your number, tell them to reply to your number, because most times when you text, it goes as a hidden number, so you need to add your number. You know, most times they will reply you, some won't even reply because they don't even understand what you're saying. So in case that happens, so what the person will do is to come over to AliExpress. He shows you one of his store, adjust the price to reflect the amount you are paying and what you're buying, and then you pay through AliExpress, and that's it. So that's one way to pay. Good. I don't use that most of the time because for me it's useless. I will tell you the one I use particularly after talking about is 3. All right, the second one is paying through a third-party site. These sites, you know, they understand that there is a need for people that want to buy from this platform that are not that are not from China, and they've come to fill that need for you. All right, what they do is they help you buy this product. You just give them the link, they help you buy this product, and you pay them a certain percentage. One of such sites that work perfectly with Nigerian is CVM, Chris Vic Mall, CVM, Chris Vic Mall. I'm trying to open up the site. All right, Chris Vic Mall is owned by a lady known as Chris Elena. Is if you've been on Ireland for some time, you must have seen her ads everywhere. All right, she's actually made a lot of money helping Nigerians penetrate the Chinese market. And as you can see here, she calls herself Taobao English agent. Taobao, Palpai, these are Chinese sites, JD.com and more. These are most Chinese sites you can get stuff cheaper. All right. So what they do is he has a Nigerian bank account. You can pay into, you discuss with him, with her, come here, create an account, or you go down and you can see their contact information and you can contact them. Look for their contact information somewhere here, and you can contact them and discuss. She has Skype details and all. She even have no phone number and all. You know, discuss what you want with her. Give her the link. You know, she tells you how much it is. You pay, and then you pay her commission. You pay her charges, her fee, which is about $5 or 5%, I don't know. And then, but I know it's very cheap. I discussed with her on Skype the other day, and she said that's one of the services she render, and I've actually discussed with her. So tell her Pat Ogidi referred you, and then you can pay her. She has a Nigerian bank account. Forget all this pay through Western Union and all. You know, you can pay into her Nigerian bank account. They have the exchange rate for the day. Ask her, pay into her Nigerian bank account, and she'll help you. You know, order the item, pay the seller, even contact the seller, call the seller and ask them some questions, pay them, and then you can send to the China address we talked about, or we'll be talking about in some of the videos. All right, I think in one of the videos that talks about how to ship your products, you just tell them to send to the address. Even the Chris Vic Mall is also a flight forwarder, so you can also use her, but just that her charges are comparably higher than Nolly Kings and St. Patrick's. But then I know her service is top notch. Our customer service is wonderful, so you might just ignore that and use her service. So that is one way to buy from. Give them the link, the amount you want to buy, the develop a communication link with the seller on Taobao.com 1688. Pay for your order, and that's it. Your order is ready to come back to Nigeria, and you're making hell of profit. So that's one way to buy from this book, chrisvicmall.com. In case if you don't get this link, what you can do is when you go to Chris Vic Mall, scroll to the bottom. Just go to chrisvicmall.com, scroll to the bottom and click on Taobao English Agent. Once you click on this, you'll be right on the service, okay? Or look for the contact us link here. Contact us link. So no, contact us link here, and then you can reach Chris Elena with her contact detail. Look at this, her number, her direct line, this is her email, this is when you can contact her and all that. You know, this is everything about ways you can reach Chris Elena, and you guys can get talking and you discuss what you want to buy, and she would help you get that immediately. All right, let's look at another method. All right, another method is using it's also using the third-party site yoibuy.com/en, maceto.com/en. Okay, let's check out yoibuy.com. yoibuy.com will help you buy from this Chinese site as well. Okay, for example, I think they are major on Taobao.com, but that doesn't mean they can't help you buy from 1688 because it's pretty the same thing. All right, and if you have your link and it's from Taobao, you can come here, paste it, and you can visit the product in English. And as you can see, they also have a link, they say Taobao in English and all. But the thing is, they charge you a certain percentage and they can send your product to anywhere you want it. But then don't use these people to send directly to Nigeria because it will be pretty expensive. Just tell them you have an agent in Guangzhou, China, that's using Nolly Kings or using St. Patrick's or Chris Vic Mall. You know, they will send their product to those Chinese address, and they will in turn forward to you in Nigeria here. So it's pretty the same thing with the other site, the other MrTao.com. You know, it's pretty the same thing here. MrTao.com is pretty the same thing. You discuss with them. You can always chat with them. Help center. You discuss with them. Tell them what you want. They tell you they will even tell you they can send it to Nigeria for you, but then it will be very expensive. I mean, the flight, sorry, the courier details and all. I advise you send it to the China address I discussed in one of the videos, and then you're good to go. The only problem is helping you buy from those sites, because those sites are in China, and there are these guys selling there are mostly Chinese that don't hear jack in English and all that. So these people will help you break that barrier and help you buy stuff cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So that's it about paying on this side. They also have other ones, taobaorin.com and all that, but pretty much the same thing, just like CVM, Yaobao, Mr. Tao, and then taobowring.com. Then the next one is using your AliExpress friend. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, this is the method I prefer than every other method. I prefer this method than any other method. The reason is simple. I have a friend on AliExpress I've been buying from over the years. Her name is David Wang. I think this should be almost about the first time, or one of the few times I've seen a Chinese bear an English name, David, and lives true to his word. He's a Christian. I love him. He's always ready to help. All right. So what I do is, I tell him I want to buy this. I just get the link. I send to him. Can you help me call this person? Can you help me discuss with this person and ask him if this product is worth this, if this product is this, if it's actually what I want and all that. He calls the people, put a call across the people, because actually he has an account on those sites. So he go there, check, he can call the person, speak their language and all that. So the guy is in China. He's a seller on AliExpress. Has a store on AliExpress. So what this guy does is, because every payment you pay on AliExpress, the merchants on AliExpress, AliExpress take 5%. So what you do is you just pay this guy on AliExpress. You pay this guy on AliExpress. Add the extra 5%. If you have if you have to pay $100 to 1688, for example, that means you pay $105. Abi? Yeah, $5 of 5% is $5. Yeah. 5% of $100 is $5. So you pay $105 on. He will send you his own store. You just pay. You know how to do it. He'll fix the price for you. You pay and pay extra $5. As a matter of fact, I asked him, because he wasn't really open to charging more, because he doesn't make anything from it, But I asked him to add 1% for his own, so that is charging 6% now. All right. So you pay him. If it's $100, is helping you pay on 1688, for example. You pay him $106 on his AliExpress platform. When you pay him, he will now in turn pay the 1688 guys. Now guys, this is why this is sweet. Because you are paying on AliExpress, your money is covered by escrow. You receive your product, you go, and then you close the order, and you give him good review. Give my David Wang good review. Tell him your product was nice. Thank you for sending your product, even though he's not actually the one that sent you the product. But give him good review. It helps him rank his site. It helps him grow on AliExpress and all. Okay, so that is one way we pay him. Because if it's to charge, these other sites, CVM, Yaobao, they will charge you like say 10%, 20% and all that. But this guy, I even forced him to charge that 1%. The 5% goes to AliExpress because you are buying through their platform. That's what happens for anything you buy through AliExpress platform. AliExpress takes 5%, but I asked him to add 1%. But please, once one deal is concluded, go and give him a good review for helping you out. All right, give him a good review that, man, your product is good, I recommend him, something like that. And then your money is covered by escrow, meaning you can get it back if you didn't get your product from 1688. In that way, he would go all out to make sure that the seller on 1688 sends you your product, or he will find a way to get the money back if the transaction turns sour. So this is why I use David Wang. You can also use any person you know on AliExpress that you develop some kind of relationship with over the time. But if you don't have any, go use my friend. He will charge you 6% of whatever you are buying, and then at the end of the order, make sure you give him good review. I will drop his contact detail on the next page. This is his contact detail. His name is David Wang. This is his Skype ID. Because of me, he has gotten the Skype ID. I told him Nigerians don't use Trade Manager much. They prefer Skype and WhatsApp. He got his Skype and he joined WhatsApp because of, and that is his store link here. This is his AliExpress store link. He sells them anti-snore, but that is not what we're interested in, except you want to buy it. It's actually one of the hot products in Nigeria as well. But if you want to buy it, you can also buy from him because he sells very cheap. But here we are using him to pay our 1688 and Taobao sellers. Is that very clear? That should be very clear. So these are his contact details on the screen, and this is as simple as that. It's as simple as spotting the product you want to buy from this portal, sending him the link, discussing with him. He gives you his link on AliExpress. You pay, just adding 6%, and then he will in turn pay on 1688 or Taobao or Tmall for you, or JD. When he pays, you will actually give him the Chinese address, that's Nonny Kings or St. Patrick's or whichever you want to use. He will send the product to the Nonny Kings address, and when Judy or whoever receives it, then you can come back to his site, to his store, and say, wow, David Wang is one of the best sellers on AliExpress, thank you, I received my product, and by then your product should be on the way. If for any reason you don't get it, he'll find a way to get your money back, and you also get your money back. So there's nothing to worry about. So for people that have been asking me, if I'm buying from me, they've been asking me questions about escrow services. If you are buying from these platforms, these new China services, this is the escrow services, and it is more like you are using the escrow services on AliExpress and Alibaba to your advantage. So this is something anybody can do. It is how I do it. David Wang does it for me. It is very perfect. Thank you. Let's proceed. All right, the next will be how to ship your goods. Go back to the video that talks about shipping. Use the same shipping line. So you give David Wang or whoever you are using those Nonny King address. He will send it to the seller on 1688, and that is it. That is it. Very easy. So this is the method I use. It is my favorite. It is my favorite. So this is David Wang's contact detail. David Wang contact detail. Contact him, and you'll be good to go. All right, send him an email, WhatsApp, Skype, call him. But he says his English is very poor, so I don't bother calling him. So I WhatsApp him, tell him to come on Skype, and then we'll talk on Skype. It's as simple as that. All right. Then I want to also brush something on how to get a brother-in-law price. Somebody have been asking questions. How do I get a brother-in-law price on AliExpress and on Alibaba? On 1688 and Taobao, I don't really want to discuss with them, because why should I even be negotiating price when something I'm getting for $10 elsewhere, and I'm getting it for $1 there? What else is there to negotiate? Am I a sadist? No. So there's no point even negotiating on Taobao and 1688.com. So let me just give you a few tips on how to negotiate prices on AliExpress and Alibaba.com. It's very simple. Just like you walk into any shop in Nigeria, you negotiate. Good. That's the same way. So what you do is, I don't buy anything from AliExpress person or Alibaba even without discussing. My first meeting with you would be to send you a message that is thought provoking. I might just send you a message like, wow, I understand a lot of people sell fix in this site, and you seem to be one of them. Are you one of them? Then I'll watch how you reply. If you try to bring the tempo down, you are cool. You've passed criteria number 1. Then if you try to try to convince me instead of cursing me, you've passed the number 2. Then if you reply in time, you've passed the criteria number 3. So when you've passed, because I send this message, if I want to buy a particular thing, I look at 10, 20 of them, I write a message, I copy and paste to all of them, and then look at their replies. So when I get this reply, let's say I get 5 that fits into these criteria. So the next thing I do is to start painting the picture of a wholesaler in my country. All right, let us not just lie. Let us not, for you not to say I'm lying on this or something. You make it look like you are an intending wholesaler in your country, and you're looking for 1 or 2 sellers on AliExpress or Alibaba, to develop a very strong relationship with, so that you can build your business around them, and they concentrate on selling to you alone. When you start discussing this, bring in natural discussions, bring in personal discussions. How is business generally your area? How many children do you have? Just like that. In those days, I think I have a seller, a BlackBerry seller. It was in the process of discussing and talking personal and outside business. Now talk about the president, how your country is faring, how Chinese government kill drug dealers. Just talk personal, talk things outside business. The thing this would help do for you is it will unloosen the seller, and it will make him begin to see you not in the same way he sees everyday buyer, because everyday buyer have a particular routine. They come, they price, they buy, or they go. But when you try to build all this relationship and put things in place, that's giving you more attention. And then you tell him, well, you're a wholesaler in your country, and what's happening now is you want to buy a few samples and see how it goes. As a matter of fact, that's what we're actually trying to do, because if you buy any sample and the product sells, the next thing you do is to come back, isn't it? So when you do all this, you start giving him conditions. The next thing, you want to know how many you want to buy. Tell him you can buy as much as you can supply, but the thing is, you want to buy a few samples right now and then come back later. at the end of the day, you find out that you are trying to force this guy to give you the best quality ever, because you've assured him you are coming to buy, you buy in large quantity, and he wouldn't want to make anything to break your trust at the first transaction, and he wants to do everything to make sure he satisfies you. And that is why when he will now start talking about price reduction, bring down the price for me and all that, the truth is all these prices, they are not set on stone. They are just prices they put. You can come there and bargain it. Something of $10, you can get it for $3, $4, $5. Okay, if you do and use this trick very well. There's nothing too fishy, there's nothing fishy about it or black hat about it. It's just you negotiating and positioning yourself in such a way that the seller sees you like, if you have missed this guy, man, I've missed a lot, so let me make sure I keep him. I've used this method to get tons and tons of discounts. And it might also interest you to know that I've not bought anything on AliExpress or Alibaba for the price it is on the site. I bought penis enlargement recently. It sells for about $10 to $12, but I got mine for $3.5. All right, and the lady is still my very good friend today. We still talk. I refer sellers to him, and he still ask me questions. Sometimes he buzz me up on Skype and say, "Guy, how are you? Not buying?" I say, "Cool, I'm coming. I'm buying." Stuff like that. Even know about my wife. Has she delivered and all that. So that is the things you bring in to make sellers want to see you in a way different from they see every other buyer. So that's about brother-in-law price. There's no big deal there, and it works, guys. It works. I've been using this method since 2012. I've handed the method and system to more than 20,000 Nigerians, and it's been working for a good number of them. Build relationship, and then you can condition them to do what you want. Now, I'm not saying that you should just go there and look for one seller and you do it and you think it must work. No. Across 5 sellers, the good thing about this platform is that they have tons and tons of sellers for a particular product. So when you come up with 5 sellers, by the time you do all these things to 5 of them, 2 of them must agree with you, and that's actually what you want, because you're not going to be buying from 5 persons at the same time. So you just want one person that will give you the best deal, the best price, and you stick with the person. So that is that about brother-in-law price thing. Then about registering with e-commerce sites. I've talked about that. You don't make the mistake of, please stop calling the lady on Kemu.com. And as a matter of fact, Kemu is the easiest platform to get into. As I'm talking now, you can start registering on Kemu, and in the next 30 minutes, your product is up on Kemu selling. And in the next 1 hour, if you've done your homework very well, people start buying your product. So you necessarily don't need to call anybody. Please work towards selling up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of your product, so that Kemu would be forced to give you a store manager. That's the best way to go about it. Please don't call the Adebola girl to ask her how to sign up. No, go to Kemu. The sign up button is there. Sign up your account, create your account, list your products, and then within 30 minutes it's approved and you start selling. It's as simple as that, please. Now let us take some questions from members. This video is already getting long. Let's take some questions from members that I've been receiving since I launched this course, so that I can wrap this up and then get into some other thing. All right. I frequently ask questions from members. The number 1 question there is, Alibaba wholesale does not include credit card, and I'm not familiar with the method of payment. What do I do? Now, if you are buying from Alibaba, Alibaba is not for retail. For originally, it's not supposed to be for people buying small. It's meant for people buying in large quantity. So most of these guys don't put the buy now button, they don't activate it, but they, instead of seeing the buy now button, you see something like contact us, contact the seller. They are there. Contact them and tell them, start negotiating price reduction, whatever you want to negotiate. Once you agree on anything, they would create, they would enable the order for you, the buy now button for you, and you will order. All right, so it's as easy as that. You order. Please don't make the mistake of yielding to paying them through Western Union. Always pay through the platform. Okay, I also talked about paying through paying through PayPal, using Preseg and any PayPal seller you see around, that you trust. But I also mentioned that you don't use that PayPal on your first transaction with the seller, even though you can get your money back if it turns sour. But I always want to use it after I must have used escrow, and then it didn't turn sour. I'm happy with you. Then subsequently I can willingly and easily use PayPal, because I know it will be easier, cheaper for me. Sorry. Yeah. So discuss with the seller on Alibaba. Tell him what you want. Once you agree, he enables it and you pay. It's as easy as that. The same method you pay. Then another guy says, I know both Ronnie of Sarah Lovely Home and AliExpress. Please, which other sells cheaper than them? 1688.com, Taobao.com, Tmall.com. There are lots of them, but these two, 1688.com and Taobao, I use them a lot and they've been very, very good to me. All right, the next one is how to change the language to English on the new sites. I gave you 2 methods in this video. If you missed it, please go back to the beginning of this video and watch it, using Google and then using the Google plugin that is available on Google Chrome browsers. I don't know if it works on Google Chrome browser on mobile, but I use a computer and it works pretty well, and you see me demonstrate it earlier on. Then apart from preset guy, can I use any other paper vendor to pay? Yes. As a matter of fact, if you see any paper vendor that is legitimate, you can use them. It mustn't be preset. For Christ's sake, it must not be preset. If preset conditions are not favorable to you and you find something better elsewhere, please go elsewhere and get it, so long you trust whoever you are getting it from. All right, you see all these guys that does Fiverr thing and they have paper fonts to sell, get from them and then use it. It's possible. It mustn't be preset. I only give preset because that's the guy I use, and most times that's the guy I use, and that's the guy I know that is always having paper fonts. You can also use Ken Wanko of NGE.ng, NigerianGoldExchange.com. Yeah, Ken Wanko, I think he's a friend. You can also use his service. He sells paper funds as well, and he helps. He's a pro in online payments, and also you can talk to him. All right, so that's that about paper vendor and using other people apart from preset. Then the other guy says, can I have multiple goods on those e-commerce sites? On Kemu, for example, you can have up to 1,500 goods. I mean, sometimes I blame myself that I only have about 30 of them there, because I'm supposed to have over 1,500 so that every day I'm getting up to 100 sales. I don't know if somebody's getting what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, you can have more and more goods on this platform. Remember, they also make money from your goods there. It's not as if they shouldn't limit you. Come and put goods there, because the more money the more you sell, the more they make. So if Konga is getting 5% from your product and you have 1,000 products on their platform and you are making 1,000 sales every day, that means they are making 5% times 1,000. That's big money for them. So the more you make, the more you sell, the more sales you make, the more money they make. So I don't think there's limits to products you can have on Konga and Jumia, but there is on Kemu about 1.5 is something big. All right, so another guy says, if I want to use those e-commerce sites to deliver my goods, how much do they charge, or is it inclusive in their percentage? No, I think on Konga, for example, they have their default charges for different locations in the country, but you can actually set the charges on yourself or for yourself. Okay, but if you want to use their drop-off points, I think you need to yield to their charges. And at this point, I don't know what happens tomorrow, because Konga, like I learned, are trying to reform a lot of things. At this point, if you're going to drop off on Konga drop-off points, I think you pay Konga. They will deliver it. They no longer take care of you. You pay them the cost of delivering, and they've gone into partnership with major courier companies. And I know those courier companies have some kind of understanding that make them get delivery very, very cheap than you will get if you go on your own. All right, then the next question will be, do I need the internet banking token or chip before I can make payments to my supplier with my Visa card? If no, how do I make payment? Personally, I don't recommend you use Visa card. Visa card are always troublesome. Please always go with MasterCard. And if you ask me the bank that is the best right now as I'm talking to you, the bank that is the best for me in terms of paying online, Stanbic. Just go to Stanbic, open a savings account, get their MasterCard. It's easy. Just normal savings account, get their MasterCard. It's easy. And if you're using Stanbic, you don't necessarily need to get the hard token. No, the PIN, if you're doing a transfer or a payment, the PIN is sent to your phone, which you supply on the website. So that is how it works. It's very cheap. Stanbic charge about 199 naira per dollar right now, while GTB charges about 205. It's crazy. Funny, but I don't know why it's so. But then Stanbic is the in thing. I'm not trying to sell them. I don't own them. I don't have any stake there. But I'm telling you something that works for me. And about token and chip, whatever bank you're using, please, is very, very important. The truth is, somebody might pick your card and use it and buy. But what if you have token enabled on the card, or you have chip? That means they can't, because they will need to supply a number from the token. Then it will protect you. That's why it's necessary. So the 13 or 15 you buy this token is nothing compared to what it will do for you, the advantages. That's it. All right, the next question is, how do I get access to the courier company that can ship my order to my customers from Abuja? Please go and rewatch the video that talks about shipping. I gave you some courier companies you can use. All right, I didn't know if I mentioned QUO. QUO is one of the courier companies I am coming to love more and more. QUO and ace.com, they are very, very okay. Tranex is just messing up. I don't know what's wrong with them, but then QUO is doing it for me. Go and rewatch that video, please. Then somebody says, how long will it take to get a buyer when we list our product on the e-commerce site? This is one question that's crazy. I'm not going to be the one buying those products for you, and there's nowhere it's written that when you list your products on the e-commerce site, people will just come and buy it. No, you need to just do things, put things in order, and do things we've told you. Make sure you list your products well, and then be optimistic. All right. Definitely, because they have good number of people coming. If you've done your homework from day one, like you've gone for hot in demand products and you put it there, and people are really searching for that product, then you have more chances of getting your product seen and bought by a customer. You can't just put product that people are not really interested in and you expect them to buy it. It's crazy. You will not sell even in 100 years time. So that's the truth. The next one is, can I know the tricks you normally use to negotiate with those sellers to get goods more cheaper and make them? I've discussed it earlier, and there's nothing there than building good relationship with the seller and then trying to make them yield to your demand. Most times it's not always easy. Most times they just draw a line to favor you and favor them, but then at the end of the day you're getting a discount, you're getting a deal cheaper than what you should get ordinarily. So that's it. How does one incorporate the charges of delivery at the e-commerce while using Tranex? And how does one know the delivery charges? On this e-commerce platform, you actually have the right to choose your shipping cost. You can even make it cheap. That's why you see they make it free. You see some products tell you free shipping when the person has added it on the product. So it's just up to you, but you just need to play it smart. Don't make it look so glaring that your product is exceptionally expensive than others. I prefer even to put shipping. I just make my shipping 1,500 flat for everywhere outside Lagos, and then try to make up from the product, because I know I'm still making a hell of profit from the product. So that's my trick, and it's been working for me. Then somebody says, should I send the Nonny King's address before or after paying for the order? It doesn't matter. Nonny King's address is the place they send your product to. So whether you want to send before or after, the thing is, make sure the person sends it to Nonny King address. You can't say it's not. I think it's not possible to say, can you send the Nonny King address after you must have received the order? So it's a straightforward thing. It's just like asking if you should get your certificates before writing JAM. If you should get your BSc before writing JAM, it doesn't make sense. So if you decide to send before or after, the thing there is, make sure the seller gets it and then send your product to Nonny King. This shouldn't be a question, really. All right, so that's that. But frequently asked questions, if you have any, send them. Remember to send them to support@importmanifesto.com, and I'll do well to answer them fast to the best I can. Then last word before I make this video too long, I would okay, it's a question, what if there's an inner circle membership? There's always inner circle. Yes, because inner circle help us come closer and then help us get better results. That's why I keep doing them, and that's why people keep asking for them. All right, whereby every month myself and my team research on possible hottest selling products and give you a list of top 5 of such products you can bring in. The truth is, every time people keep asking me, which product do I bring in, and I've really tried to resist from telling people, okay, this product is hot, because if I tell 1,000 people this product is hot, 1,000 people will go and bring those products in, and imagine flooding those markets, those products, it will saturate it, and it might not make profit. So I refrain. What I do is I teach you how to get this hot in demand product, and I teach you how to use them. So but then there's something better, something coming, and that is every month I will do, based on some trends, we'll research 5 hot in demand products, and then we'll send it to members of this inner circle membership. It's as simple as that. Then we'll give you 3 links to cheapest sellers you can buy the product from, whether from AliExpress or Alibaba, wherever we get the cheapest deal, we'll just get you the link, buy from this guy, then you buy and bring it in. So what we do is, at the beginning of every month, we'll send those products to members in the club, and then we send them the links to buy it, and they buy it, and that's it. So it takes off the stress of researching for product or trial and error on the product before even bringing more. No, we must have made sure we confirm the hotness of the product before sending it to you. So if this kind of membership is something you would like, if this something is what you would love, then welcome to Hot Products Club HPC. I'll let you come in within the next 4 days at a huge discount. Within the next 4 days of you watching this video. Yes, I have some softwares I will know this day you watch. So within the next 4 days, if you're ready to come in, I'll let you come in at a huge discount. Ordinarily, this membership will cost every other member of the public 5,000 naira per month. All right, but because you're already a member of the Mibm family, I'll let you enjoy the first 3 months for 9,997 naira instead of 15,000 naira. The first 3 months for 9,997 naira instead of 15,000 naira. After which you only pay 3,999 naira forever per month. All right, monthly, instead of paying 5,000 like every other person. After your 9,997 naira 3 months membership expires, you only be paying 3,999 naira per month forever. While others keep paying 5,000 naira, you'll be paying 3,999 naira. So you pay 10,000 naira instead of 15,000 naira now. After which you pay 3,999 naira every month, while others pay 5,000 naira. If you think this is what you want to go to, what you want to go for, please go to importmanifesto.com/MB and then get your get registered and get back to me, and let's get it going. So thank you for watching this video, and thank you for investing in the Mibm. Remember, if you have any question, feel free to shoot them to me. Feel free to bring them to me on support@importmanifesto.com. Thank you for investing in Mibm, and I will always be looking out for your questions and ways to help you achieve that result, ways to help you build a thriving mini importation business empire. See, lots and lots of my students are doing pretty well. I received an email that made my head blew up the other day. I was eating. The mail came in. I checked. I got filled. I couldn't eat. The mail was from a guy. His name is Alozie. All right, one Nigerian, one Igbo guy that stays around Lagos in Ojo or something. He said, "Boss, this mini importation is really doing me very well," and that was on the 15th of April. This today, 15th of April, I've already made 500,000 naira profit. I showed his proofs. I said, really, he sent me his proofs of products he has sold on platforms, products he has sold on Deal Day, Konga, and Jumia. He's doing pretty well. Others are doing pretty well. You can do it. Take action, and you would not regret ever doing so. Thank you for watching this video, and remember to always get in touch should you have any question. Thank you. See you. Bye.